What's up guys, my name is Brock, you're watching The Modest Man, and today we're trying on some clothes from a brand called ASKET. ASKET is a brand that I've been wanting to try out for a while now. So there's a couple things that intrigue me about this brand. First of all, I love their whole mission, like what they stand for and kind of their brand values. They have one permanent collection of just high quality basics that are available all year, every year. You know, this is not a brand that is just chasing trends and making low quality clothing. And in my opinion, the world does not need more H&Ms and more Forever 21s. We need more brands like ASKET. The other thing that's really interesting about ASKET is they have this unique sizing system where for each of their sizes, extra small, small, medium, etc., they have different lengths. So they have short, regular, and long. So, you know, for me, I'm 5'6" in shoes. Most shirts are too long to wear untucked, especially something like crew neck sweatshirt, it's probably gonna be too long. And so, you know, when I heard that they had shorter lengths in their extra small and small sizes, that definitely caught my attention. So ASKET did send over some samples. I've got the crew neck sweatshirt, a gray lightweight t-shirt, and a classic Oxford cloth button down. Unfortunately, I couldn't try any of their chinos because when I placed the order, they didn't have any slim fit chinos left in my size. But let's be honest, it's not that hard to find chinos that fit. It's really hard to find sweatshirts and t-shirts and button-ups that fit well. So I'm excited to try this stuff on. Let's switch angles here and see how it fits. Okay, so first up, this is the lightweight crew neck t-shirt in gray. This goes for $50. As you can see, length is perfect. The sleeve length is really good. My only problem with this is the neck opening is just too big, and it's weird. It's like oddly too big, where the rest of the t-shirt fits pretty well. I mean, it could be a little more slim fit, but it's not bad. It's just that the neck opening is too big. And if you look on their website, it doesn't look like this on their fit models. So, you know, I don't know if this is a mistake or if it's just too big for me. You know, this is the problem with some of these brands that are trying to make shorter sizes, is when you just chop off the bottom of the shirt, yes, it creates a shorter shirt, but the rest of the shirt isn't made with the shorter or smaller man in mind. Everything should be scaled down. The neck opening should be scaled down to look better on my build. It's kind of a shame because this would be like a really nice t-shirt if the neck opening was smaller, but if you compare this to like a Peter Manning t-shirt, it doesn't look as good. Okay, next up we have their crew neck sweatshirt. So this is $95. This is the extra small short length, and it feels great in terms of quality. It feels almost like a reigning champ sweatshirt, like very high quality. This would last for many, many years. Love the color. But as you can see, it's kind of like with the t-shirt, you know, the length has clearly been adjusted, so it is shorter than most extra small or small sweatshirts that you're gonna find at other stores off the rack. But the rest of the shirt isn't really any different. So the shoulders are still a little bit too wide, and you're seeing I'm getting that kind of piping along there because they're just a little bit too big. And then, you know, the sleeves are still a little bit too long. And it's not a huge deal with the sweatshirt, but I'd prefer if the rest of this shirt was also scaled down a little bit and kind of tightened up for my frame. The length is perfect, you know, and the quality feels great, but I don't know, it's not quite there. Okay, and last but not least, we have their Oxford, their OCBD. Fabric feels great, very sturdy. This is just a classic Oxford shirt. Nice light blue, classic, versatile color. And same story, you know, the length is good, definitely perfect length to wear untucked. Sleeves are just a little bit long, kind of like the sweatshirt, probably 1.5 to 2 inches too long. And then some of the other details are just a little too big. Like for example, this chest pocket, it's a little low. So the bottom of the pocket is about right here on me. This whole thing should probably be up about 1/2 inch or 1 inch. And I think this pocket would look a lot better if it were just scaled down a little bit for this size. Now granted, that's not an easy thing to do for a brand. You know, it's much easier to just change the length. And I commend ASKET for making shorter lengths. That's a big step in the right direction in getting guys wearing clothes that fit well and that flatter their build. But for me, you know, if it's between this shirt and the same shirt from Peter Manning, I'm gonna go with the one from Peter Manning because it was made from scratch with the shorter man in mind. So everything like the cuff and the width of the placket and the pocket placement and the collar and, you know, the sleeve length and the width of the sleeves, everything was scaled down and adjusted for that fit. And by the way, I did wash and dry all of this stuff, so it's been adjusted for any shrinkage. All right guys, so bottom line, you know, I really appreciate ASKET for what they're doing as a brand and kind of their mission in the menswear industry. Love their aesthetic, love the fact that they're offering different lengths, but it didn't quite fit me in a way that I liked. So, you know, if the biggest problem you have is the length and everything else is fine, I think ASKET is worth a shot. If you have more of an average build, ASKET's definitely worth a shot. But if you're built like me, then I'd probably recommend going with brands like Peter Manning that really specialize in the shorter build. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy these try-on kind of quick brand review videos. My goal here is to just help you, first of all, discover new brands and also kind of avoid some of the hassle of buying stuff and not being sure if it's gonna fit and then having to return it. So I just wanna help you make you know, smarter purchasing decisions. So if you like this type of video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below. Until next time, stay stylish.